So you sit tall, practice just feeling your feet on the ground and allowing yourself to kind of get acclimated to this time and space that we're working on, not trying to worry about the future or thinking about the past, but just feel what's happening in this present moment in your body. Feel your feet on the ground, your buttocks in the chair, the straightening of your spine, the lifting of the crown of your head, relaxing your shoulders down. And now just tune into your breathing pattern. As you inhale, feel the breath coming all the way up from your feet to the top of your head. Just feel this gentle lift of the chest. And as you exhale, feel a lowering of the chest and maybe feeling it in your sit bones, your buttocks where you're sitting, and then all the way to your feet. So as you inhale, just imagine something coming up from the ground to the tip of your head. And then as you exhale, imagine it rolling down your body back into the earth. And just do a couple of rounds of breathing. This part is really important at the beginning of a practice to settle yourself, to prepare yourself for this moment, to get centered. You take a round of 2 more breaths in and out. And we'll open our eyes with a smile and take your arms out to cactus. We're just going to pull the elbows back. Push your chest forward. Spread your all 10 fingers apart. And then bring the hands to your lap, to your knees. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, arms back out to cactus. Pull your elbows in towards your ribs. Push your heart forward. Chin is tucked. And then hands back to your lap, tucking your chin in. Maybe start to curve the spine more. Inhale. So we're going to move through a couple of these. This is just another version of our cats and cows. Then your hands come back to your lap on the exhale. Inhale, arms go out, chin tucks, lean back. Do 3 more on your own. Since you're all muted, you can make some sighs or some gentle hums. It feels good to you. And then when you finish, just place your hands on your lap, sit tall, and take your right ear to your right shoulder. And lift your head back up to neutral, and then switch sides. Left ear to left shoulder. And then back through center. Now we're going to reach both arms out in front, so spread out your fingers. And then inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your knees. Tuck your chin in, a little bigger movement of the spine. Inhale, arms extend up, maybe reaching back. And then exhale, hands back to your knees. Do 5 more on your own. And then when you finish that 5th one, just hold on to your knees, tuck your chin in, and then slide your hands down your legs. Take your time folding down. Remember, if you feel dizzy with your head below your chest, lift your head up some. So you don't have to go so low. It's only optional. Good. Now take your time, slide your hands up your legs to your hip crease, roll your shoulders back, and then turn your thumbs out away from your hips. So back into Samasthiti, Tadasana pose. Inhale your right arm up the side, out to the side and up, and then over to the left. And then lower that arm down. Do the same arm 5 more times, making a total of 6. So inhale up. And exhale deeper into that lean. And you exhale all the way down. Breathe and move. Find the stretch that works for you today. I think this is my 5th one, if I was counting right. We'll lean over one more time. And then rest. Right arm comes down. Toe heel your feet a little closer together. They don't have to, knees don't have to touch, but just so that your hips are in line with your knees. And then we'll inhale right knee up. And exhale, tap the bottom of your right foot on the ground and then lift the right knee back up. So very gentle, just lifting the knee up and tapping the foot down. Do 3 more. Starting to feel it in my right leg, right hip. Good. And then settle your right foot next to your left. Sit tall again. Inhale, right arm out to the right side. Put weight into your right foot and then lean, lift up your left foot off the ground. So we're balancing on the right hip, reaching out to the right side. Exhale, bring it down. We'll do this 5 times. Inhale, reach out, lift up your left knee. Lower it. Right arm reaches out, left knee comes up. Maybe even the left hip comes off the chair and lower it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, bringing it back down. Last one, inhale. And exhale, relax the right arm. We'll do the left side now. Inhale, left arm up, out, and over. Bring it back down, nice and smooth. Reaching out and up and over. Try to smile as you do it to make it feel good on the inside. There's no hurry. Take your time and feel all the muscles that you're moving. 2 more. Last one. Gently lower the left arm down. Again, resettle your feet. Press your right foot into the ground. Lift your left knee up. Tap your sole of your foot on the ground and bring it right back up. So we're just tapping the foot with our floor, tapping our foot to the floor and lifting the left knee off and up. So going above the hip crease, if you can. 3 more. These are hard, at least for me. I did a lot of yoga yesterday. Sit nice and tall. Extend your left arm out. Now, as you reach to the left, you're going to lean to the left hip and bring your right knee up. So reach and lean, right knee up. Bring it back. Reach and lean. Bring it back. Reach, lift your right knee. And back. 1 more. Reach and lift. Lower arm, lower leg. Close your eyes. Take 3 conscious breaths. All right, good job. Open your eyes, sweep your arms up through the center and reach up again. Exhale into cactus arms, broaden the collarbone. So feel this opening in the front of your chest. Take your right elbow towards your right hip. And come back through center. We'll switch sides, left elbow to left hip. Center. Over to the right, center, over to the left, center, to the right. Now see if you can lift up your left knee at the right side. Back through center, both feet on the ground. To the left, lift up your right knee. Center. Lean to the right, lift up your left knee. Center. Lean to the left. Hopefully you're not finding your fear of falling to the side. Very good. We're going to do 1 more on each side. Good. Then stretch your arms back up. And then exhale your hands to your knees. Tuck your chin in. And then slide your hands down your shins towards your ankles or the floor. Relax your arms and your shoulders. Take a couple breaths here, nice and slow. Especially feel the inhale with the ribs expanding, kind of creating like a balloon, like blowing up like a balloon-like shape in your rib cage. Very good. And now gently slide up your legs, keep your chin tucked until you roll up. Bring your shoulders back. Take your arms out to a T. And now we're going to crisscross right arm on top of left. Give yourself a nice hug. Point your elbows up. Lean back, shoulders behind the hips. And then tuck your chin in and point your elbows in between your knees. Inhale, lift up. Open the arms out to the side. Maybe bring your hands back. Switch, left arm on the bottom, right arm on top. Give yourself a hug. Point your elbows up. Lean back. Tuck your chin in. Point your elbows in between your knees. Lean forward. Press into your feet. Rise back up. Arms come back out to a T. Bring your hands back behind your shoulders. And switch sides. So you're just going to kind of move through a couple of these. Hold onto your shoulders. Elbows point up. Elbows point down as you tuck your chin in. Inhale up. Exhale open. You're getting it. Now just switch in. You can even close your eyes and do these poses and kind of move through a flow. When we're moving and breathing, this is called vinyasa in yoga. If you forget where you're at, don't worry. Just make up something that feels good, that looks similar to what we're doing. It's all good work. Mindfulness. If you're finding that one of these shapes doesn't feel great in your body, skip that part. If leaning back doesn't feel great, don't do it. You have ultimate control of what happens always when we're going through our yoga practices. Think less, breathe more. How about let that be that our motto? Let's do one more on each side. And then when you finish, just lower your arms. Take a couple breaths. You can close your eyes here if you like. Scoot back some. All right, open your eyes if they're closed. Now we're gonna step your right foot, bringing it back towards like underneath the chair. Your heel is off the ground here for this. Sit nice and tall, so make sure you're not gonna fall out of your chair. And then we're gonna lift the knee up and then tap it back down. So up towards the chest and down. Now you can see how I'm kind of moving my spine. You can add in the chin tuck to the knee. We're working on balance. We always want to work our core. And when you find like, ooh, that's a lot, just pause, take a rest, and come back to it. These are pretty intense heat building postures, like we're warming up. 3 more. Ooh, last one is the hardest one, right? Pause, bring your right foot next to your left foot, knees bent. Sit nice and tall. Keep your left knee bent. We're still working on the right leg. Extend out your right foot. So in front of you, right knee straight. We're going to lift it up and then lower it down. So extension from the hip to the toes. Feel this nice long leg. Ooh. Inhale is the leg coming up. Exhale is the leg going down. The slower you go, the harder it is because we're not working on momentum. We're working on strength, leg strength. One more. Hopefully you felt good in that one. Bring your right foot back down next to the left, both knees bent, feet firmly on the ground. Now just step back, tuck your left toes underneath the chair. So left knee's bent, but the toes are behind you. And we come back into that knee lift. Left knee comes up towards the chest. You can start to move your spine. So the knee comes in, chin tucks down. You can hold on to your leg or you can hold on to the chair. Are you breathing? Maybe heavily here. These are hard. And 2 more. Relax the left foot next to the right foot. Sit tall again. And now straighten out your left leg. Knee is not bent. And then just leg lift. So pointing your toes forward, lifting and tapping the toes down. Inhale is up, exhale is down. Nice and slow. We want to make those legs really strong so they can hold up the rest of our body. 2 more. Lower left foot, bring the knees back together. Lift the arms up to the sky, stretch upwards. Exhale, hands to your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest. Slide your hands down your front of your legs. Take a forward fold, a gentle one. Again, feel dizzy, keep your head up. Now we're going to lift up halfway, and as we do that, take your arms out in front of you. And then exhale, hands back to your shins. Inhale, arms out in front of you, lift up slightly. And then exhale, empty out, squeezing the lower belly in. Inhale, extension through the fingertips. Exhale, fold. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time, press both feet into the ground. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Coming up. Exhale, hands down by your waist. Take a couple breaths, relax. And just maybe take note of how you feel now. Good. Now let's turn both knees to the right. Hang your left leg off of the chair and send it back behind you. So see if you can come into a crescent warrior. For ease of use, it's better to put your knee crease right to the edge of your chair. I'm gonna grab my block so my feet touch the ground. And then if it's too hard on that hip flexor to go back like I am, just bend it here. That's okay too. We're gonna take our left hand and do some circles with the arm. If you have rotator cuff issues, please don't do it all the way, just come to like here. So we'll inhale, reach up, and all the way back, maybe touch the back left leg. Inhale back up and back to your right knee. Inhale, touch the back leg, all the way up across the body to the right knee. Do just a couple of these on your own. See if you can get it nice and steady and fluid. Mindfully moving the arm. Practicing balance between effort and ease. When you are complete, we'll do one more. We're going to take left hand to the right knee and just step in your left foot. So both knees pointing to the right side. And we're going to take a twist. Take your left hand across your body to the back of the chair and turn yourself to the back rest of the chair. Be mindful. Bone on bone is not a good thing. So when you're twisting, you want to have nice long extension through the spine. Create lots of space between the vertebrae. Crown of the head lifts up. Okay, good. Now turn yourself back to center. Just walk your feet back forward. Sit nice and tall. Inhale both arms up. Exhale, hands to your knees. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, slide your hands down. Adding in what we just did, reach your arms out in front of you, lift up halfway, or half lift. Exhale, fold again. Slide your hands up, roll up your legs. Shoulders come back. And then we turn to the left. So back to that crescent warrior shape. Right leg is going to be going out behind you, either knee here, foot here, or back extending. Left knee crease is right next to the edge of the chair. Adjust so that your hips are pointing in the same direction. Okay, so we'll start by extending right arm forward. Inhale it up and around and touch your back leg. Little half circles here Twisting the spine very gently, nice and tall. Feel like there's a string attached to the crown of your head that's keeping your head lifted as you mindfully move your right arm. Breathe. Nice, slow, intentional breaths. Very good. One more round. And then keep your right hand on your left knee. And then step your right foot in. Both knees are pointing to the left. Again, adjust so that you're sitting nice and tall. Take your left arm out. Bring it across your chest to the back of the chair. Lift up and twist. Head is feeling like it's just floating on top of your shoulders. Very good. Now, nice and slow, unwind yourself, come back through center. Knees forward. Press both feet into the ground. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to your knees, chin tucks. Inhale, slide down. Exhale here. Inhale, reach your arms out in front, little half lift. Exhale, fold and crease. Press both feet into the ground, rise up through your arms and legs. Roll the shoulders back. And stay here for a couple breaths. All right. When you're ready, we're going to take some rocks. So I'm just going to lean forward with the shoulders coming over the knees. Lean back, shoulders going behind the hips. So you need a little space back there. If you're resting your back on the backrest, you may want to sit more to the edge of your chair. And then you can start to play around with lifting your feet off of the floor. Knees come up. You can start to try to play to bring them up higher. If it's too much, just back off or just keep your feet on the ground. You don't have to lift your feet. You could just rock yourself gently forward and back. When you're ready, come back to neutral. Shoulders on top of your hips, sit nice and tall. Press both feet into the ground. As you inhale, lift your heels off the ground. Feel the calves tensing up. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Pause for a breath or two. Good. Now we're going to lean forward, push your hands on your knees, and then lift your heels up. So it's some resistance, hands pressing down into your knees, but heels lifting up. And then lean back, lower your heels. Do that 3 more times. Lean forward, hands pressing into your knees. Resisting the knees, trying to put some pressure on the legs, not a lot, but enough to feel like you're getting resistance. And then lower. Last time, lean forward, hands on your knees, heels lifting. And then lean back. All right, this time we're going to lean forward and come to standing. So take your time, come around to the back of the chair. We'll practice some more balance. So holding on to the back of the chair with your hands, feet hip distance apart. We're going to lean forward, bring your hips forward, and then see if you can tuck your chin down, but push your hips towards the back of the chair. Pushing weight into the soles of your feet. And then lean back again. Do that 2 more times. Just kind of feeling like a little back bend here. We also call this locust pose. If one hip is not having it, step one slightly back. Hips don't have to be equal. If you're having a cranky time in the right hip, step the right hip back just a tiny bit. Very small movements, bringing the hips, pelvis forward, keeping the chin tucked and neutral. Do one more. Good. Now take your hands off the chair, stand. Finding some balance. Notice the backs of your knees and the kneecaps. Can you soften your legs just a bit? But keep the feet firmly rooted. Feet pressing down. Bellies engaged, sucking in the core. All right. Now shift your weight to your left foot and see if you can bring your right knee forward. The chair's there if you need it to hold on to, but see if you can just bring your right knee in front of you. Right foot off the ground. We tried this in the chair, so if you need to go back to the chair, same thing, and then touch back down the right foot. Do the same thing 3 more times with the right foot. Shift your weight to the left foot, right knee comes up, like imagine you're stepping, going up at some steps, and then touch that back down. If you can, try not to hold onto the chair, but if you need it, it's there. Notice if you're like me, I tend to lean to the outer edge, the pinky side of my foot. See if you can notice how you lean. Can you spread the weight out more to the sole of your feet, to all 4 corners of your foot? And notice if you're holding your breath when you're balancing. If you are, and you notice like, oh, try to breathe in and slow exhale out. Just trying to relax the sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight mode. Good. And now just shake out your hips, maybe do a little hip shake. And then we're gonna do a couple more of those back bends if you like, before we move to the left side. So again, hands back to the chair, push your hips forward, roll your shoulders back, chin's tucked. So feeling the arch in your back, and then lean back, straight spine. Inhale, hips forward, chin's tucked. Hips go back. 2 more. Last one. Good. Release your hands from the back of the chair, stand neutral. Catch your breath. Feel the both feet on the ground, and then shift your weight to the right leg and see if you can lift the left knee off the ground. Left foot off the floor, and then set it back down. And I'll just practice doing that. So lifting up left knee, setting it back down nice and gentle. Not trying to hurry the foot back to the earth. Notice how the weight in the body shifts. So your center of gravity moves. Do one more. Try to bring this knee up higher. And then when you're ready, touch it back down, stand tall. Maybe shake out the hips, anything you need, shake out the arms. Good. Now we're going to take the right foot, bring it behind you. If you can, tuck your toes under. If not, you tuck your toes so that your toenails are on the ground. If that's too much, you can also come onto the other side. See if you can lean, stretching. This is stretching the very top of your foot where you've got lots of bones. If it feels bad, don't do it. Hold on to the chair with your hands. Make sure you're not going to bobble over. And then now we're just going to lean forward. And when you do, lift the right leg off of the ground. And then come back to standing, tap the foot. And then lean back forward. You can adjust your chair so your arms or your hands are holding on. So keep, just like we did when we were sitting in the chair, we're keeping the toes flexed, point the toes straight line from hip to big toe. Left leg is taking all that weight, so be careful with it. If you have a bad left hip, this might not be the pose for you. Two more. Oh boy, all right. Touch down with the right foot, stand tall. Keep breathing. All right, so when you're ready, tuck your left toes behind you. So just bring back your left foot behind your right, hands on the chair. You can start by kind of moving the hips forward, pulling the shoulders back for the back bend. Good. Now hold onto the chair with both hands, lean forward, lift up your left leg, touch your toes, and extend. Oh, I can see y'all. You look great. Good job. One more. We'll extend it out nice and long. Oh. And then bring your soles of your feet both to the ground. Stand tall, relax. Again, working on balance. We're either going to keep your hands on the chair, or you can try not using the chair, but we're just going to roll up onto your toes, lifting your heels. Again, we did this in the chair. If you need to go back to the chair, you're always welcome to come back to the chair, but exhale, lower your heels. So options to hold the back of the chair and lift the heels up and lower, or to try it without holding on to anything. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale on the tippy toes. Exhale, heels down. Stand tall. See if you can lift your toes while you spread your toes apart. Lift your toes off of the ground. Put weight into your heels, so feel the backs of your legs. Try to lift and spread your toes. Good, relax. Take your hands back to the chair. Step back to a downward facing dog. Once you get into your down dog, you know the drill. Either move or stay still, but find what works for you and your body today. Just explore this shape. Get curious about how it's working, what you're feeling, where is it coming from? Can you go deeper? Do you need to back off? Take 3 more breaths here, nice and slow. Good, now we're gonna come into a high push-up. So lift your head up through your arms, bring your hips forward, shoulders back, lift your head up, and see if you can lean into it. If your chair is not stable, don't do this because you don't want your chair flying in front of you. But try to push your hips forward, straighten your elbows, and then push your hips back into downward dog. So we're going to do this same flow 3 times. Goes from down dog to a high push-up. You'll inhale up through the arms, high push-up, hips come slightly forward, knees over toes, and push back, downward dog. Inhale, high push-up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, high push-up. Exhale, downward dog. Stay here in your dog, bend your right knee. And then straighten your right knee, bend your left knee. So pedaling out your knees, bending one at a time. Option is to, when you bend your left knee, look under your right arm. When you bend your right knee, look under your left arm. So gentle kind of pedaling of the knees. Good, come back through center, lift up your head through your arms, step your right foot to the outside of your chair. Hold on to the chair with both hands, step your left foot to the left side. So now we're in kind of a wide stance. Knees going out away from your hips. Ooh. Okay, again, working on the legs again. I want you to drop down just a little bit and then come back up, straighten the knees. Bend and straighten. If your knees are hurting, don't do this. If you're okay, see if you can drop down lower. Bend and squat. Take breaks if you need them. And if you're working on balance, you can try to take your hands off of the chair. One more. Oh, if you can only hear my knees cracking. All right, turn your toes forward. Take your left hand to the chair. We're going to sweep your right arm out in front of you like you're opening, welcoming people into your home. Little twist. And then take your right hand forward and back to the chair. Twist to the left. Left arm opens. Turn your torso to the left. Reach back behind you. Sweep the hand forward. And all the way back. Right hand forward, left arm back. And then left hand comes back to the chair. Option to come into a wide-legged fold. You can move the chair forward and just make a little pillow with your arms. You can turn the chair around and put your hands on the seat. All right, when you're ready, take your time, lift yourself back up, toe heel your feet back together nice and slow. And we'll come back into our mountain pose, hands by our hips, crown of the head lifting up. Inhale, both arms up to the sky, stretch up big. And then exhale, both arms down. Let's come back to our seat. You're not already there. Close your eyes, sit nice and tall. We're going to end our practice doing a couple more neck rolls, and then we'll move into meditation. So if your eyes closed makes you dizzy doing these, then open your eyes or just skip it altogether. We'll start by tucking the chin towards the chest, and then rocking the head in a circular motion. Again, just trying to feel what's going on in the neck muscles, the shoulders. And try circling the other way. And then come back through center. We're going to inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale, go kind of just like letting them feel heavy. Inhale. 2 more. Last one, inhale. All right. Lean to the back of your chair, maybe sink into your seat. You can stretch your legs out in front of you and either close your eyes or stare at the tip of your nose. Just breathe. Let yourself settle. Don't fear failure. Fear faithlessness. Don't fear attacks. Fear empathy. Don't fear rejection. Fear regret. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Let go of fear, let go of anger, anxiety. Enjoy the inner peace you have inside of you. And then when you're ready, start to make movements, maybe stretch out through your arms or your legs, rotate your wrist, your ankles. And then start to move into a more upright seat so that your spine is straight. We'll finish out our practice bringing our hands together. It was such an honor to practice with you this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. May you remember kindness and to let go of fear, to live with patience for those who are still living in fear. Namaste.